What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video we're going to be working on the Cobra once again. Now, for those who didn't see the last video or any of the last videos, the car now runs, drives, has one working front brake, so that's something. But it does run and drive now. So I think I said it in the last video, it's going to be easier to sell. So what I want to do in today's video is also take care of a couple items that are going to make the car a little less bad per se. Just a couple stupid little things around the car that I just would like to take care of. They're a couple minute, quick fixes, but I feel like they're little tiny things that all kind of add up and just overall just check some boxes on the car for some people that are going to be looking at it. And I have somebody coming to look at it today in a couple hours, so we got to get done as much as we can. First things first, we'll start off with the trunk, because this is by far one of the worst things about this car. Now, if you look at that, it's not really bolted in, so this whole thing kind of jumps around and wants to bite you if you don't hold it while it's open. Now in my pile of car metal, we can see I actually do have two trunk gutter sections out of two other Mustangs that the previous owner had given me. So what I would like to do is steal the nuts off them and then also steal the struts off of this red one. But hopefully the struts are good. I don't know if they are, but we're probably just going to swap them on anyway since they're a quick little thing. You kind of just pull it off. So let's swap it onto the Cobra now. Well, I guess we'll start with our struts. That's on there. Ah, it's missing the clip. Unacceptable, unacceptable. It was very weird with this car. There's so many, a lot of loose hardware on it. Like the seats weren't bolted in, the trunk obviously wasn't really bolted in. It's just very, very strange if you ask me. Moment of truth. Does the trunk shut and open better? Oh, look at that. That's cool. Ooh, maybe that's why it wasn't Ah, that works. Okay. Yeah. Now you don't have to worry about it falling on you, which is nice. Thankfully, I'm a hoarder, and in my metal pile of trash, I found the GTO's old worn-out hood strut. So I already stole the clip off this end, just popped the one out of that side, and now we have clips in this, so it can't come out. Look at that. How much better this car is. I think it's basically brand new. Next up on my list is some interior pieces. Over in that corner of the screen, I'm sure you guys can see, the computer is just sitting on the ground. I'm going to put the computer back where it was. I'm going to put the cover on it, make it all nice. There's no reason for it to be hanging out. There's no more diagnostics to be done. So that can go back into place. And when I was trying to get this car to run for the first time, I got very fed up with this radio, because as soon as you turned the key on and gave it power, it would power up and blast Spanish music. Now that we know the car runs, and I'm trying to not own it anymore, I at least would like to hook the radio back up, put the trim piece on it, put the little knob on it, just so that's all buttoned up and this whole center section is good to go. We just kind of pop this guy out, which, yeah, he can just sit right there. This should just also pull right out. Unfortunately, this trim piece is broken. I don't know if I care to do anything about it. Maybe I should, since we're already here. But yeah, we just gotta make this work somehow. I don't really know what's going on in here. Now, thankfully, plastic welders are a thing. And I just so happen to own one. And boom, we got a little reinforcement there. So I'm going to do that in a couple different spots wherever I can snake some of these in. And it should at least help with trying to hold itself together. Oh, would you look at it. Oh, would you look at it. Now, you can still see the crack, obviously, but at least now it's not flopping too far around. Really, it just needs a whole new bezel setup here, but I will call that good enough. Up next, computer. And just like that, my sins are covered up. So, I do want to vacuum this thing out, but before I do that, I would like to throw all of these trim pieces back on under the column and the dashboard as well, which I have sitting in my pile of Mustang trim pieces over there. So, we're looking good. T-minus an hour and a half. And just like that, we are wrapped up down there. Now, I would say it's a good time to give her a good vacuum out. Look how much nicer that looks. Come on, you can't tell me you wouldn't buy a car that looks this good. Of course, after I vacuumed, I forgot to scrape this off the windshield. So I'm going to scrape that off, then probably have to vacuum this area again. And then I think we're pretty much wrapped up in the interior. One shot, one shot. Come on, baby, one shot, one shot. Oh, yeah, look at that. So I've got a couple minutes till the guy gets here to look at the car. So I figure we'll clean up this side, make it look a little more like this one. So just threw some extra wire loom I had around some stuff up top. And then also, of course, very hard to see since the intake's over here, but I threw on the spark plug cover thing. So I got to throw that on the other side, clean up the wires, and then start throwing some loom on. And I think we'll look pretty good under the hood. Interior looks good. Trunk is bolted on. I would have liked to have gotten to throw the tailpipes on and go buy whatever clamps I need. I don't really feel like doing that though. So let's just wrap up under the hood and I think we're good. Well, it ain't much, but it's honest. We're all situated with the trunk. Inside's looking nice and tidy. I also vacuumed up again after I scraped the thing off the windshield. So we're all good inside. And then under the hood, we obviously have our Cobra coil covers as well as some fresh loom just to kind of spice her up a little bit. We got the coil cover over there. So definitely looks a little neater, looks a little tidier. These are things that I would have done regardless of me selling the car, just, you know, for cleanup sake and just because. But one thing I just thought of is the fender liners are over there. The CCRM is unprotected and it's very wet outside. So if this guy does show up to come look at the car, I'm a little worried about going on a test drive with the fender liner not in. That looks like a fender liner to me. Alrighty, shut the hood. Let's see if she'll fire up. Take her for a quick ride. Right around 150-ish degrees, 160 degrees, I want to say. It dropped the idle down to just under 1,000. So let it run for another minute or two. Just started drizzling again, but I'm just kind of curious to see how bad this thing is in the rain. And also, might as well drive it since we can. So buddy ended up coming and checking out the Cobra. He actually liked it more than I was expecting for an older gentleman, kind of looking for like a nice, fun weekend warrior car that needs a little bit of love. And we negotiated, got to a price, and I said, yeah, let me think about it. Let me sleep on it. We'll talk about it the next day. So in the meantime, ended up doing a little bit more to the car and also having some more fun. But one of this gentleman's requests was that I put the tailpipes on if we were to do a deal. So I had a grand old time snaking these Flowmaster over axle pipes in. Ended up, I couldn't replace the rubbers that are mounting here. So had to do some fun stuff to get those to fit right and like be spaced down from the bumper the proper height. I had to buy a set of clamps for there and for there where the tailpipe goes into the muffler. And then I also did replace the rubber hangers that were holding the muffler to the chassis, as both of them looked like this. So I told them that's the least I can do if I'm already under there. I saw that they were bad, and they were basically hanging on by a thread with the weight of the mufflers on there. So I want to put the car in the ground and hear what it sounds like now with tailpipes. Obviously, we got to take it for a quick drive tonight. And then I just got to debate tonight. Got to talk to a couple buddies. Got to talk to Audrey, see what the general census is, if I should just try selling it as is for what it is, which I'm liking that idea more and more, or I have to suffer with all the work that it needs and try to fetch more money out of it. I think for our final little cleanup item on the Cobra, it's going to be this mirror. So let's throw on this $17 Amazon mirror and see how she looks. Alrighty, after we got the area cleaned with some alcohol, now I have our 2 pieces of double-sided tape stuck on here. So this kind of works out in my favor. It turns out there's a lip around where the mirror glass goes, so you really can't mess up putting it in. Obviously that adds like $3,000 in value to the car. Alrighty guys, well that's where we're going to be wrapping up today's video. I was really hoping that by the time that I was filming the end of this video, that the car would be sold. Obviously that's not the case because the car is still right here in the flesh. But I will say I am quite happy with all the little cleanup items that we did. The little bit of cleanup under the hood just looks a lot nicer, being able to pop the hood and not looking at a bunch of 30-year-old wires hanging out, an old crusty loom, and the spark plug wire covers. I think that also does give it that little bit of a crispy cleanup look. Moving on to the interior, it is just a world of difference actually having everything back together and then cleaned up once again. Now, when you hop in the car to go for a little drive, go to work, go grab a coffee, whatever the case may be, you can kind of be proud of the interior. It's not falling apart and it's not excessively raggedy. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Obviously, having a functional mirror is kind of nice just for comfort of driving, safety, and parking. And moving to the back of the car, it is nice that now when we breathe on the trunk lid the wrong way, it's not going to fly 2 inches into the back window or rattle around or anything like that how it used to. And last but not least, but something that I think has so far made the biggest difference, is the tailpipes or the over axle pipes, axle back, whatever the hell you want to call them. I personally do not like how this car sounds. I don't think it sounds good. When we had the mufflers just dumping by the rear axle, it was horrible to drive. It was very drony and vibraty, but the car didn't have a crazy rasp to it and the low RPMs like it does now with the tailpipes. But driving the car is a world of difference. It is way nicer, and it is much, much more comfortable to be behind the wheel of having tailpipes. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how the car sits now. Obviously, like the last big thing on my to-do list for this car, since I have it longer than I expected, is to do the brakes. I ordered an ABS Delete kit, so hopefully that comes in soon, and then from there, I'm hoping that's the last video you guys are going to have to see with the Cobra. But until then, I'm probably just going to keep putting a couple miles on it here and there. I've put about 70 miles on this car, which also is something that I like the idea of. I don't like the idea of selling a car to somebody that I really don't have any drive time on or any sort of provability. You know, this car has such a sketchy backstory history to it, at least my experience with this car. You know, the whole deal of getting it and trying to get the thing running and blah, 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 blah. I like the fact that I can tell people, yes, I have put, 70, 80, 100 miles on the car. It has been great. Legitimately, it has not given any issues yet. So I can't complain about that. It's actually doing fairly well. And in case you guys were eyeing up this sexy TJR Auto t-shirt, they will be available very, very soon. That's still something I'm working on. I'm waiting for more samples of all the other products that I made to be sent to me so that I can, make sure everything is good before I try selling anything to you guys. I will say I did mark down the profit margin on these quite a bit, so they're pretty cheap. I'm not making a whole lot off of them, but when I do go to drop them, if you guys have any sort of interest in helping the channel, trying to help, give me the chance of being able to put more money into the cars and be able to do cooler things, make cooler content rather than just like putting a $17 fake mirror on the Cobra, then you guys will have the option very, very soon. But until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.